Now it's time for the Rupert X Show. Damn it.
Love that kid.
I do. You know,
Yeah.
he's just.
We've known him since he's a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've known him.
Seems like we were pushing him around at a PW50 just days ago or
Just
something.
days ago.
But you know what? About 4 years ago, no, it was 2 weeks ago, I was talking to a friend of mine that I went to Moscow, Russia with. A friend of mine named Mikey Campbell. And Mikey Campbell is the
wrench.
The wrench.
The guy.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Who's there? Mike Campbell,
Mike
everybody.
Campbell, everybody.
Mike Campbell. Woo!
Hey, did I hear something about a 24 Yaka in here?
24 Yaka.
It's like it's like a block down the street, right? Because I know they growls down there.
Well, here's the deal. Yeah, Mike, you mentioned Yaka 24 or 24 Yaka, whatever it was, but it was a convenience store in Moscow where we'd get our bread and crab legs and booze, pretty much. Bought some absinthe there, didn't we? Anyway,
Yes.
the convenience stores in Moscow, if you ever need to find one, they're not called Circle J or whatever. They're Yaka 24. Yaka 24. Anyway, Mike, you're here, and you've had quite a interesting career. Right now, you're a mechanic for a freestyle guy.
Yes, I am.
And that freestyle guy would be?
That would be Nate Adams.
The Nate Adams.
Yes.
And who are some of his big sponsors?
Wow.
I mean, the big guys. There's
That'd
DC
be-
shoes, right?
Yeah, it'd be like Yamaha, DC shoes, Toyota, Target, Monster. You know.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for that.
Was that one of the BMX punks yelling out? I'm just saying, because they're
Maybe.
loitering
I don't know.
about, and they're giving me the creeps, if you know what I mean. Well, I think you do. Anyway, talk about your history. Your background is all about motocross,
Yeah, you know, I've been quite around the block.
right?
You know, I've He's qualified. Yes, I have. I've done
Dude, I was there.
amateur racing, and have qualified for a Supercross.
I was there for that. Will you put your handles on the bar instead of handing the microphone?
You know what?
I mean?
I'm just trying to hold the microphone
Oh,
so
is
you
it
can hear what I'm saying.
wiggling around? There's a zip tie on it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I've qualified for a couple nationals, and then I banged my head around a couple times and decided that wasn't a good idea and started wrenching on bikes. Worked for a few teams that don't exist anymore, like the Subway Honda team.
Subway. Honda.
I worked
Who would you
for-
wrench for on?
That was Joe Aloff.
Right. The Joe Meister.
Yeah,
he recently
yeah.
retired, I heard.
Yeah.
And,
Average Joe finally
Average Joe.
signed it in. I worked for Ryan Morris a year before he decided he was going to maybe win a championship.
Dude, he was so close. Yeah.
So
that was a bummer.
close.
And
I
you
drove
worked
up to watch that.
You work with your good friend Dang Chris there at
Yeah, Chris
Yamaha Troy?
McAvoy, now team manager at Yamaha.
Well, he's
Troy.
actually chaperoned for Jason Lawrence, isn't he?
Yeah,
Or
kind
is,
of.
or is that a law firm that's
It's a little bit of
chaperoning
both,
these days?
you know.
Thank you very much.
But I'll give old Dang some credit there.
Yeah.
He's turned that thing around.
Anyway, that year you really decided to take the Nationals seriously. I mean, the Supercross series. You went to all the East Coast 125s.
Yeah.
And
You know what though?
Yeah.
That year was my, the first year I decided I was going to do them all. And,
right.
I finally at the end of the year made one, and the
You
next
made it
year.
in the last one of the year, right?
Yes,
At Detroit.
I did.
Yeah.
And you know what the
Yeah.
funny thing is
That's
Joe
funny.
Aloff took me out in that race.
Is that right?
Yes, he did.
Do you ever remind him about that?
You know,
or not?
every weekend.
You know what was the coolest thing?
Changing a filter, I'd tell him about it.
The coolest thing about that was it was the last race of that series, and because it's fairly close by to Ohio, you had your whole family up there
Oh, yeah.
to witness it, and it was so cool because I think you got third in the LCQ. Is that right? Or
I don't even know. I think I pulled the whole shot and faded back a little bit.
yeah, but you made it in through the LCQ, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and that was just a great moment. I know you were stoked because it had been like a long series. You went to New Orleans that year and everywhere else, and
Oh, yeah, me and Bill Browning, Willie Browning's dad.
yeah, that's a scary.
Funny
thought
story,
right
we
now.
ended up in the ghetto in the middle of New Orleans.
Anyway,
Had to get out of there.
let's talk a bit about what you're doing right now, though. Now, after you kind of ran your course, if you will, in your professional career, I know you did some four-stroke nationals too. We had some good times there.
Let's not talk about that.
Okay. But anyway, after you kind of got out of the sport of motocross and supercross, you decided that you're a pretty damn good mechanic.
Yeah,
And
I could say that.
you can spin a wrench or two, a T-handle. And now you're the mechanic for Nate Adams, one of the top dogs in freestyle.
Yeah, which is a little different.
Right.
You know, we actually win things.
Now, win things together. Yeah, I saw you in the X Games on TV. That was so cool. The Motor X Games.
I do a damn good job of
Oh
holding
yeah,
the
you
umbrella.
had your sunglasses on and you're all cool out there. Anyway, one thing that we've discussed when we talk about the freestylers, and I think we just talked about this on that long flight to Moscow, was that people don't give the freestylers enough credit for their fitness.
You know, they really don't, because, you know, in the beginning, freestyle was kind of this crazy, just these guys are idiots and catching cars on fire out in the desert party scene. And
when did they do that? I must have missed that.
didn't you see Krusty One?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Anyways, these guys, you know, they're pretty serious. You know, like, and, you know, all Nate's roommates are basically, you know, they ride.
How many roommates does this dude got? 15?
I think he's got 4.
Oh, wow.
He's got the old Deegan Metal Militia compound. And
Militia! Whatever that means.
But, you know, he actually trains, you know. They go out and ride their road bikes and go jogging and actually do the legit deal now, because...
Does freestyle take fitness? I mean, it just seems like... I realize it takes a lot of strength to, like, do certain moves, but...
Hey, Rupert, are you going to go out and do a super flip right now?
No, I'm not, but I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not 18 anymore. I'm like 35 or something.
You know, it takes fitness, you know. These guys are laying it on the line every day.
Right.
You know?
I dig it. And, yeah, I know they are fit, and we've talked about that a lot. It's really cool.
When you take a digger, you got to be fit.
Yeah,
right.
Wait, hey, you don't want to take a digger on the backflip.
Right.
That's
Can't
for sure.
have that. How much, as the mechanic for Nate Adams, how much actual engine work and maintenance is required on those machines?
You know, they don't really beat their bikes up too bad, but I'm to the point now where I actually do Nate's motors. I'm doing I build his motors, and I build Mike Mason's motors, and there's a little bit that goes into it pre-event wise, but, you know, in the actual events, as long as they don't fall down.
Right.
You're adjusting the chain and put some gas in it, and
Yeah, I mean,
hoping they don't crash it.
How often do you do like a top end then?
We actually do top ends about every 2 events.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's a 2-stroke. They don't last that long.
Can you do it with one eye closed?
Maybe both.
Wow, that's hot. Anyway, where are you off to next? I know you get to travel a lot with Nate, like worldwide.
That I do.
Uh-huh.
I got to go to the Baltimore Dew Tour. I think I leave on Tuesday. Not real sure yet, but I'll be over in Baltimore, and then after that, I'm not real sure what we're doing.
Hey, I know that this may not seem important to you, but can one of the crew get me a bottle of water? I'm like really thirsty and stuff. Gosh.
Wow.
I know, it's harsh out here. I feel like I thought I had a crew that I could rely on that would maybe bring me a refreshing beverage. Yeah, I'm not going to drink beer from my Red Bull thing or have a... Did you want a Red Bull or something, Mike? I mean, I got all kinds of stuff back here.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Thanks,
here,
Angel.
if you cash in on that $2 million Racer X check, I want a little cut of that.
Dude, if I ever get to cash that thing, we're going to go big. We're going to like get new bowling shoes. I'm going to buy